to be a good neighbor, the first thing we have to do is come, right? And so I'm going to lay this out for you real quick. Come. He came, he saw, he had compassion. And to be a good neighbor, we have to come. Not just come, but see. See. Physically, visibly see what's going on. And then allow God to move in our hearts, to work in us, to let that compassion hit us. Not sympathy where we feel bad for somebody and keep it moving because we got to get to where we're going. But instead, compassion. And this word compassion, here's the definition. It says sympathetic, pity, and concern for the sufferings or misfortunes of others. So it talks about us actually feeling this burden for what other people are going through. But in the Bible, it has a different idea. It's the same idea, but a little bit more meat to it. And in the Bible, it's this. It's to be moved as to one's bowels, the gut. Something happens in your stomach where you can't walk past. Something happens in your stomach where you can't let it go anymore. You've got to do something. That's compassion. And so it said that he went to him and he bound up his wounds, pouring on oil and wine. Then he set him on his own animal and brought him to an inn and took care of him. Yo, this dude stopped his whole day. His whole travel agenda has just been disrupted by some guy he don't know that was laying on the ground. And see, we want to go higher, right? We want to go higher. Yo, it cost the Samaritan something, man. To meet the needs of this man, to take time out of his day, to give of his resources, to walk and lead the camel instead of riding on it. It cost this man something. We want to go higher. He says that he stayed to take care of him. And then look, he gives, verse 35, and the next day he took 2 denarii, 2 days' wages, and gave them to the innkeeper, saying, take care of him, and whatever you spend, I will repay you when I come back. Now, it cost this man something. It cost him, all right? And so Jesus says, which of these 3 do you think proved to be a neighbor to the man who fell among the robbers? Now he switched. That's not what the guy asked in the first place. He asked, who's my neighbor? On the back end, he switches that to say, who was a neighbor to the man? Verse 37, he said, the one who showed him mercy. And Jesus said to him, you go and do likewise. These 3 C's: to come, to see, and to have compassion. This gets us outside of the building. This gets us outside of the walls, and we're going to look at this, but check this out. Come, see, compassion. You say 3 C's, right? C don't begin, but C, you get it, right? Everybody get it. We get it, right? But look at this. Come, see, compassion. So here's what should happen. When the unbeliever comes inside these walls, or they get around the body, they should come and see compassion. They should come, and when they come, we see them and we love on them. We help in the ways that we can as God leads us. I'm not talking about just open pockets and, use me and abuse me. We're not talking about that. That's not wisdom. But has God showed you some needs of the people around you? Maybe on your block, and we're going to get to this. Man, time. Come see compassion. This should happen when people come to the church, and this should also happen when the church goes to the people. We come, we see what's going on, and then we have compassion. We actually do something about it.